This tree is completely in my way.
Nah, it's not even, nah, not gonna touch
Low,
it.
yeah.
See? Yes. Oh, yes.
Got right through.
It went right through. Oh. Aiden, make sure you get that.
I called it. Just how I drew it up.
Not even there. I'll get you a rake.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just get breaks, you know?
That's literally golf. You said you were screwed. I wasn't, because bunker shots always cut out of bunkers. I had the one and it never did. And then you just, right through the tree. A saint, a true saint.
There's a lot of randomness with golf, which is, you know, partly like a little frustrating because it's just completely out of your control.
It's completely, yeah. And I don't know if you've seen those videos of like people rolling putts with one of those like devices. And they roll the 3 putts and they roll differently.
Yes, oh yeah.
I mean, sometimes it like putts that we think we pulled or pushed, it's just we didn't.
It's just a bit of randomness, yeah, the variability.
Look at you, dude. You're an animal.
All day, yeah, that was a lucky shot. But you know what?
You paid your dues.
Yeah, sometimes the bad break I got a couple holes ago, whatever, it all evens out.
Exactly.
If you just like think about getting bad breaks all the time, you're gonna get bad breaks.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna get a lot of bad breaks.
Like I always go back to basketball because that's what I had before golf, and it was, if you don't think you're gonna make it, you won't make it.
Yeah, you got no chance of making the free throw. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do, it's all about how you do it.
Wow, yeah, that's great, yeah. It really isn't what you do, but yeah, how you do it and having the right attitude, having the right approach to it, you know. If you're going with a crappy attitude, you're gonna get a bad result.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a bad result. If you go in there.
And also people around you won't want to work with you.
Yeah, nobody's gonna
be around you. Yeah,
totally.
That is golf. This is showing you what like 5 to 10 handicap golf looks like.
Yeah. That's really like, going back to the randomness, like that's one of the things that I like so much about golf is like, some of it's just out of your control, and you can do the wrong thing and get the right result.
Yeah.
And do the right thing and get the wrong result.
Exactly.
And like I've, you know, in so many scenarios in like outside of golf, like with work or whatever, you're like, I did everything right. Something went wrong, you know, whatever. And then you get frustrated with it, and, you know, you get mad at yourself and whatever. Like the lesson of sometimes it's out of your control, and just focus on what you can control. And if you do that, then you've done your job. Like,
yeah.
It gives a lot of peace to things where you know.
I completely agree. The one thing I learned that Tiger Woods always said was he has 10 seconds to be mad at himself.
Oh, nice.
So it's not always that you can't show your emotion and you can't be mad, just like in life.
Right.
In terms of like the right, healthy way of thinking and dealing with emotions is letting your emotions actually play out, but just not dwelling on them and not making your future decision making based on your emotions.
That's a great point. Yeah.
Yeah, and so really, again, it's another golf and life thing. It's so transferable.
The ruminating on the same mistake, right? That's like when you really get into like a more negative headspace, right? You feel like just beating yourself up over something that's
exactly.
It's not only has it already happened, you can't do anything about it. You know, you just like, and it's really like not. It's out of a good place. Your brain or your body is doing it to avoid making that same mistake again, right? But that's not the most productive way of avoiding that mistake, you know? So just acceptance, you know, accepting that sometimes things don't go well.
Exactly.
And just focusing on the next swing, right? Do what you can on the next swing.
Yeah, what's in your control. Like when you talk about chipping and things like that, it's like a lot of things in my lesson, it's like, whoa, you can't have high expectations for this shot because the lie doesn't suit it. You can't hit a good shot here. Like your goal was 10 feet, not 1 foot.
Right.
And so kind of having that balance with expectations also sets up how you feel afterwards. If you don't hit your driver on a sheet of paper out in a fairway every time, then how can you be mad if one drifts right or left?
Right, yeah,
like
100%. Yeah, it's you know, having realistic expectations, you know, for how you're gonna play. Like I'm realistic. If I thought I was gonna try to shoot the course record, I'd be pissed off because I'm like, I'm 15 strokes off of this bad boy, you know? But if I'm like, I'm gonna try to break 80 and I fall 1 stroke short, I'm like, well, I was close. If I did this, and this different, it's there next time.
And that's where Arcos kind of comes into play,
Yeah.
where you can see.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the same thing with life, like with business for me, like one huge lesson I've learned is like managing clients' expectations. If you try to like sell them on like you can do everything, you can, you know, give them the world for free, anything short of that is going to be disappointing. And then you're fighting an uphill battle of like, how do I prove that I'm worth what I've said I was?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like managing that, you know, being realistic, not underselling yourself, but being conservative with your goals. Like if we said we were going to shoot a 66, there would have been pressure. You know? There would have been way more pressure. We might have done that. We're on pace to do that, but you know, having a little less pressure maybe gives us a better look at that. So
exactly. And then, like you said, like all day, it's a balance, because you said you love setting goals, and having achievable goals but that are still aggressive is so important. Like, it's so important.
Yeah, I tend to stretch myself. I tend to spread myself thin, you know, like with my time, with everything. You know, I'm aggressive goal setting and aggressive with how much I can spend my time. And, you know, I find that I do maybe like over promise to myself.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And then all of a sudden I'm juggling everything. Yeah, it's like, it's a very subtle thing that if you're not like paying attention to, it'll get away from you.
100%, yeah. Like you talked about working out before.
Right.
And so with how little time I have during the golf season, my mindset is when I have a day off, like once a month, that's when I go to work out. And it's like, oh, it doesn't seem like much, like, but I'm just trying to stay healthy and feel good.
Right.
I'm not really
Stay
trying
loose,
to, And then like my fiance, she's arguably out of the house more than I am, because she works in the city in New York.
Okay.
And she was like, I want to work out every day again. And I'm like, how are you going to do that?
When?
Exactly,
Where are you gonna
exactly.
fit that into your schedule?
And so it's kind of like that balance of realistic goals too, and understanding what you can do.
Dude, that's it. Like, because your girlfriend or your fiance is going to be now, you know, if she's like, I want to go 5 days a week, and if she goes 4, that's still 4 times as many workouts as you.
Yeah.
But she didn't get to her goal, and so she may not feel good about that.
Exactly.
You know? We set a goal initially, +2 on the front, +2 on the back. Try to do +4 on the day. We started off hot. You know, no warm-ups. We didn't go to the range. We had a couple putts and then just got out there. First hole birdie. We were 9 holes in, -3, right? And then it kind of came back to reality. What were you thinking after 9 holes? Were you surprised at how well we were playing?
I think that is reality. I think the front 9 is reality. The back 9 is fantasy. Yeah, no, or a bad fantasy rather.
Yeah, a nightmare.
Yeah. I'm just pissed. I still haven't gotten all of one, but that'll play just fine.
How much did you miss by? Because that was really money.
I missed the center of the club.
Did you? Oh wow.
It's okay. That's like the high expectations. I wouldn't say unless the person I'm playing with is good. Try not to be like that guy.
Right. Oh, I missed it by a millimeter. Yeah. I get it though. I mean, if you're not catching the center and you're still doing that though.
That's thanks to the pink driver.
Dude, you hit the ball nice and straight.
Thanks. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Which driver's that?
This is the G430.
Oh, 430. Okay. All right. Let's let her rip. Yeah.
No, I felt confident. I felt like we were just playing our game, and that's how I expected to go. We hit a couple approach shots closer than what we might have expected, which makes the birdies easier. But I think that's what I was more expecting. I'm coming in, whenever I play scrambles, I'm coming off a win of a scramble in a charity event.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah. We were 1,700. That was pretty sweet.
That's
so no, I was expecting to go low.
This thing's, it's like every hole's getting a little more out of control feeling.
But this is just, it really shows our areas that we need. Like if you could hit the ball like I could off the tee, and if I could have your just consistent putting, like the viewers will see how inconsistent it is. And on the course of my round that I'll play, like that's the reason why I'm not shooting under.
That's where you're losing strokes.
Yeah,
really.
Is because like I'll have a 3-putt and it's like, well, that should have been a birdie, and it's not the +1 versus a -1. And
it's a big swing.
Yeah, exactly.
And even a +1 over a par, like it's a momentum killer too.
Yeah, it really is. Especially when you're trying to fight those, because like we're trying to be like a couple over par.
Yeah.
Or
every
even
stroke
even.
is like,
yeah. Or it makes up for your mistakes. Like you can have a couple bogeys if you make a couple putts.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we said right at the beginning of the round, right?
Yeah.
Good putting masks a lot of mistakes. Nothing can mask bad putting, which is kind of the scary part.